it's Magical Girl Fab, and today I'm gonna answer some questions about me and this super cute style that I have called Lolita Fashion. So first off, I just wanna say that I got these questions off the internet, and they're a little old. In fact, I think they were written back in the live journal days of Lolita Fashion. So I'm gonna do my best to answer them, but I'm also gonna change them a little bit so they make more sense to the fashion today. Please tell us what your online name is. My online name is Magical Girl Fab. But back in live journal days, it used to be Seiko Mia. I was super weeby and I picked like names from my favorite anime characters and made them my live journal names. But this got really awkward because I was in a play and the producer of the play, her name was Seiko. I started getting emails from like the other producers and other people that were like behind the scenes people in the play thinking that I was Seiko, and I think I was just so embarrassed that I changed it immediately after that. How long have you been into Lolita Fashion? I've been into the fashion for about 10 years now, but I have friends that have been into it for way longer, so I still consider myself kind of a baby. What first motivated you to wear Lolita Fashion? I was a huge tomboy growing up, but the weird thing about me is there is this very feminine side to me that I never really got to express in high school, or felt comfortable expressing in high school, or even when I was younger. So I graduated and I think I went on this like crazy rampage trying to like find myself and my style. And I was looking into Victorian fashion for a while, but it just wasn't cute enough or like feminine enough. And then at the time I was also into like anime and manga and stuff, and I stumbled upon Lolita Fashion. What motivated me was really trying to find myself and my style. Was there a time gap between when I found out about Lolita Fashion and when I started wearing Lolita Fashion? Yes. There was about a year before I actually started wearing the fashion. I graduated from high school and I didn't have a whole lot of cash to just drop and change my whole wardrobe to wear Lolita. I would stalk all of the brand websites. I would constantly like keep up to date. Every day I would check to like see what the newest thing was, what the newest accessory was, what the newest dress was. And then finally a year went by and I bought my first dress and I never looked back. If you've ever seen the movie Kamikaze Girls, the main character Momoko, she talks about how when she first found Lolita Fashion, the scene where she walks up to the store and the mannequin's wearing, you know, the head to toe outfit, and her face just lights up with this astonishment of what have I been missing all my life, and then the mannequin just boom shoots her. So good. Perfect image of what happened to me when I finally actually started the fashion. Like, I was hooked. Nothing has stopped me since. What Lolita style do you wear? As far as sweet, gothic, classic, I don't really stick to one of them. I jump between all of them. Sometimes I'll be in all black, and sometimes I'll be over the top, super sweet, girly, and then sometimes I will have roses in my hair and be super classic looking. I think my style has changed when I first started wearing the fashion. I was definitely a little more classical, like I want to say classic sweet. I wouldn't go over the top crazy with pink wigs and stuff, but I love like pink flowers and puppies on prints and things like that. Also really loved like the over the top fancy princess Hime like look too, and I wore that. I think my style now has become more a mix of Lolita Fashion and everyday. It's not as over the top as it used to be. It's not as fancy as I used to be. So what's the best thing about Lolita Fashion? How I feel. I always feel super happy and confident and truly myself when I wear Lolita Fashion. And that to me is the most important thing about anything, whether it's the clothes you wear or the activities you do or the people you hang out with. You want to be happy and you want to feel good and you want to feel confident and like you're truly being yourself. What is your favorite Lolita brand? Well, I'm a little biased. My favorite brands are Baby the Star Shine Bright and Alice and the Pirates. But of course I do own a lot of other brands too, not just Baby, not just Pirates. I have Angelic Pretty, I have Innocent World, I have Metamorphose, I have all of those other brands. But again, I work for the company, so I do have a passion and love for baby. What was the first Lolita item that you ever owned? 18, did not have the money, but I loved Victorian Maiden, and I was like, oh my god, that's what I want to wear. And I didn't have the money, so I went to the next best thing, Fan Plus Friend. They had like it was obviously a ripoff from the Victorian Maiden design, and I bought that because I was like, I think my idea, even though yes, it is a replica, was I don't want to drop $200+ on something that I'm not even sure I'm gonna like or I'm gonna be into. So let's go a little bit of a cheaper route for now, that's at least in the same style and the same idea that I like want to be a part of and portray, and see if I like it, and then from there I will dive all the way in. And I did. What do you think is a Lolita must-have item? Honestly, I think it's the dress. I know it's such a big ticket item, but I think the Lolita dress is such a recognizable style and a recognizable shape that in order to like really wear the fashion, you need to have the dress, or you know, have the skirt, or have the OP. Do you wear bloomers? Well, I'm not wearing bloomers right now. It really depends. Sometimes I will if it's cold, or if I'm worried that I'm gonna flash someone, then yes, I will wear bloomers, but otherwise, no. Like I'm not wearing them now, I'm in my house. If I'm wearing tights, I won't wear bloomers because there's just a lot of fabric going on there. But yeah, it really just depends. Where do you wear Lolita fashion? Pretty much everywhere. The only times that I don't wear the fashion is if I'm like doing hard labor where Lolita would just be cumbersome and get in the way, or I might damage it. If I'm crafting, I am a slob and I don't want to get paint or like glue or gross stuff on my dress. I don't wear Lolita when I LARP. Though I have thought about making a character in LARP that wears Lolita. But I don't think I would wear any of my fancy stuff. I think I would either make something or I would buy something that is like cheaper. Please tell us about an embarrassing moment when you were in Lolita. I think the most embarrassing moment I had is I had a tea party at my house for Christmas, and it was a potluck and I was really excited. I asked everyone to bring, like, you guys bring all the tea food and I'll bring the tea. I'm a klutz and I'm a slob, and I was going to get me some tea, and I'm wearing all white because that's a good idea at a tea party with tea that stains, and I spill my tea right down the front of me, and like not like a little dribble, like boom, flood of tea all over this white dress, and I was just like, oh shit. And luckily I was at my house, so I literally ran from my kitchen into my bathroom, and I stripped and took the dress off and I threw it in a bucket of water immediately, and I was like I'm scrubbing, trying to get it off, and I did actually manage to get it off, luckily. The other embarrassing part of that was I had to get from my garage to my room, which I had to go right like through the living room where everyone was, so I like threw on like whatever dirty shirt, or like I think it was like a robe that we had in there, and I like threw it on, like covered myself, and like walked as fast as I could to my room so I could put on a new dress. And then I get out there and everyone's like, oh, you changed, and I was like, yeah, I did, didn't I? Like trying to like pull it off, like I'm just, put that over the top. But yeah, that was pretty embarrassing. Have you ever thought of stopping Lolita fashion? I don't think I would ever. Why? No, I've never really felt like I wanted to or should or need to. No. Have you ever secretly changed clothes at a train station? No, I've never done that myself, but driving in a petticoat is the worst. I will not put on my petticoat until I get out of my car. It is far more comfortable to do that than to drive in a petticoat. So what is your ideal image of Lolita fashion? There's no ideal Lolita. Yes, there are like elements of the fashion that make it recognizable and allow people to identify and know that it's Lolita fashion, but honestly, there's no like specific way to wear Lolita fashion. So the most important thing is just be yourself and be comfortable and do it because you love it and how it makes you feel. All right, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions that you would like to ask me about Lolita fashion, please ask them in the comments below. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.